fixture that sees 5 v 6. That's the Victorian schools team up against the Queensland first 15. Queensland in the maroon, Victoria in the navy and white horizontal stripes.
Yes, we're just getting ready for this game now, and they're quickly into it. There's not going to be too many formalities. The toss has already been done, so Victoria will kick off. And not expected Queensland schools 1 to be faced. They were playing so early in the day, but they are. They've had a couple of tough, hard games, and Victoria have done well in their matches, and it's going to be an excellent contest between Victoria and Queensland. We're underway.
Victoria running left to right of screen. Jackson Jury gets us underway. Taken by Saxon Thompson for Queensland. Queensland looking to make first use of it. Nice counter ruck there by the Victorians. It looks like they've come up with it. The Tocco, the scrum half in 9. Play round the corner to the skipper. And a lure to Sitala, and now they shift out to the left-hand side. Continue to work short side, just outside the 22. Good work at the breakdown from Queensland. The referee for this one is Angus Young, and he's assisted by Ziggy Day on the far side and Toby Brown and Cooper here on the near side.
Start there for Victoria. They're getting into a bit of a pattern of play, but unfortunately conceded a penalty. It's Queensland to drive up towards the halfway, but they're still in their own territory. Want to chew off a few more metres with that kick. Throw accurate at the line out.
Off the top they go. Graham into Simpson in the middle, and now out the back. Some nice shape early. Here's Nate Thompson trying to get on the outside of Edward Lyons. Did so and did really well, Thompson. They look to secure. Now a nice short ball there to 17 in Heppy. Simpson, wider pass, 2-on-2 situation. There's Thompson again, gets his arms free. Ben Davis into some open field. Good strong carry from Ben Davis. King Benjamin swirling. Finay Pepe works short side through the halfback, William Graham. They work around the edge with Hugh Griffiths. Simpson. Nickel did well to recover. Good carry from Nickel. Works out the same way through Graham. Nice step from Blake Miller. 10 metres out now. Maroons looking to strike. Graham takes them head on. Playing penalty advantage for the high tackle. Nickel goes into the scrum base. Pico. Been good all tournament, Trent Pico in 7. Graham sweeps back to the left with Griffiths. 5 metres. Building nicely. There's King Benjamin. More of the same. Big body in Bernicle in 5. There's numbers and space out to the right-hand side if Graham wants to use. It's a pick and go around the side by Nate Heppy. Graham works to Simpson. Short ball to Davis. Same way from Graham. Has a little dart and the pirouette. Back inside. And William Graham from St John's College gets first points for the Maroons.
Well, it was inevitable, wasn't it? I've lost count of the number of phases that Queensland went through. They started about 55 metres out with a line-out throw, played phase after phase, got down. There was a great offload from Thomas to Davis, which got Queensland really moving forward into the 22. Then it was a variety of play, very tight for a long while, then shifting to the left-hand side, brought it back to the right-hand side, tightened it up. Once they were in 5 metres, the forwards really started to go to work, rolled up their sleeve, and phase after phase. They were playing with a penalty advantage, but it didn't stop them. There were about 7 or 8 phases after that. We just see the tight work this close to the line. The forwards were keeping it tight the whole time. They weren't going to let that go. Then a good snipe there by Graham. Graham just doing enough with his leg work after contact and he got over the line. That must be about phase 25, without exaggeration. Queensland just controlled that ball from inside their own half, well into the their attacking area. See the penalty going, the conversion.
Callum Simpson, nice strike with the right boot. He liked it early, and he extends the lead out to 7.
That was just patience and good control of the ball from the word go. As I say, around 25 phases. I'd love to go back and count that number exactly, but it was total control with this nice strike of the ball there by Simpson. Just giving it enough air, try and kick it into next week, and just did enough to get it over. Great result, great start in the first 5 minutes.
Jury goes back to Saxon Thompson. Secures off the kickoff well. Ball's there for Graham. Spits out for him. Here's the 11 in McAnally. Happy again with another run. Wider ball to Bernicle. Got a ball back inside to King Benjamin, swirling Finne Pepe. Loose ball, and ball's been knocked down by Queensland. Just didn't need to push that pass in their own territory.
Yeah, they're doing some great work tight, and Pepe had made some great meters too just after the contact ball, got his arms free, and perhaps with hindsight he would have chosen to go to ground and recycle. He tried to offload. There was a good support there from his teammates, but at this point of the game you've kept the momentum with you and just recycle. So Victoria will have an opportunity to strike back there, and not a bad spot, 42 metres out. But, great backline line up here. It's a 3 and 2, so it's just a second man play to the left-hand side. Have to reset the scrum before Victoria have a chance to attack.
So later this evening, a squad of 26 players will be selected from these championships to come up against a side, a Rugby Australia under 18 academy that will be played in the ACT in late September, and then there's a possible tour still to be determined, possibly to Fiji later in the year. So a big day for all of these athletes, trying to stake their claims for that squad of 26, the Australian schoolboys. Ball's there for Natoko. Jury, wide pass to Lyons. Players on the wrap. Angove did really well. Nice hands. Again, strong work at the breakdown from Queensland.
Not releasing there. It's unfortunate because that Victorian attack just didn't quite gel in their back line. The passes weren't in the right spot. They were a little bit too far forward, just forcing the player to reach behind, so they lost a bit of rhythm. What was a great idea in the sense that just moving with wide wrap, but you've got to have the accuracy of those passes if you're going to execute those moves, and it's just missing from Victoria. It'll come back. It's their first real backline attack.
Griffiths with the throw. Thompson flies high off the top to Graham. Simpson, Nickel in the middle, out the back, and the pass just can't go to hand. Now there's an opportunity for Victoria. There's space down here on the right-hand side with the 14 McConville. Lyons is there to secure ball. They'll just bang away around the edge to try and get some momentum. Natoko to Jury. There's the 6 in Fisso. It's worked to the ground nicely. Toko. And back to Jury. Wide pass to Lyons. It's on here again, and Angove, unfortunately, has spilt it.
Angove just looking where the opportunity for the gap in the defence was from Queensland before it actually caught the ball and knocked it on. But giving credit to the Queensland defence, it was a turnover ball. The ball was thrown into a Victoria player. It wasn't a knock on. It came off the chest, allowing Victoria to get their hands on the ball pretty well from this spot where the scrum is being set. Then there was a number of phases, 3, 4, 5 phases from Victoria, but the Queensland defence was determined and strong and has kept them to this area. In fact, at one point, Victorians forced back about 5 or 6 metres just from the constant defence by Queensland. Fortunately, with the numbers on the right-hand side, slight knock on, it gives the ball to Queensland, and therefore attacking position on the 40-metre line, 15 metres in.
Ball's there for Graham as the scrum screws nickel. Short ball back to Simpson, wide, a ball to Thompson. It's opened up here on the edge. He's got the winger outside him. He uses him back inside to Thompson, but Thompson's gone without it. It was unfortunate. Opened up for McNally on the right. And a penalty for a side entry at ruck time from Queensland. So a relieving penalty for Victoria, but a lovely backline play from the Queenslanders.
Yeah, well executed. And that's just at the moment the difference between the two sides, the execution of their backline players. And mind you, it was a great chase from the Victorian defence. The pass back inside might not have been necessarily the best option, but it was taken, and the Victorians were able to get across and close out McNally and Thompson, and that resulted in a penalty, and relieving one at that, taking them some 30 metres downfield.
Okay, with the throw, Queensland have lost it. Graham comes up with it at the base of the line out. They shift one pass to Heppy. Blake Miller getting into first receiver. Graham shifts back to the right-hand side. Dummies, takes a carry. Good counter ruck from Victoria. And they've come up with it, and they're just inside their 22, and Toko wants to bang it downfield, but only to find Nate Thompson, who skips away to the outside. Reload up with Davis. He's well met by this willing Victorian defence. And referee Young come back for the penalty for Queensland. I think it was a high tackle.
Yep. Yes, it was. Just quite getting a break here at the moment, are they? They've been pretty well in their own half for most of the match. They did have an early opportunity. Visited Queensland's halves twice. It's been all Queensland in terms of attack at the moment, and they're just beginning to get into the rhythm of good, strong attack. The forwards doing the work, and the backs are executing.
Graham, Simpson, wide pass out to the 11 in McAnally, but unfortunately he's dropped it. It was low down. It was a wide ball from Simpson. Nice sequence play.
Did I jinx him, or just at the back line was getting into his bat? They were executing well, and then McAnally was on the end of that pass that was spilled. Unfortunately for him, I apologise to you. And from here, right on their 22, Victoria really need to battle their way out of here. We're 12 minutes into the match.
Healthy crowd here, Morrow. The crowd is stand is filling up as the day goes on for our feature match this afternoon between the juniors and New South Wales Schools seconds. It's coming up at 1:35. Don't forget the girls under 18 sevens final at 1:15 as well, as Jury takes it to the line, then gets his arms free, but only Nickel can steal it away from Vicari. Now it's Pico shifting across field. Flat ball for Heppy. Got through a lot of work in the opening 13 minutes. Back in the middle, second man play to Simpson. He wants to have a run just outside 22. Quick ball here for Graham. Now to Griffiths. Good carry by Hugh Griffiths. 15 to go. They continue with the same way. There's the left winger in McAnally. Victoria just flopping off their feet at that breakdown. McAnally looking to go quickly. He'll go quickly and he'll shift away to the right. There's the number 8 and Davis. Davis is over the line. Can he get it down? And referee Young says held up.
Yeah, I just held up on that player. I just wondered whether that was the right option. I know they want to play quickly. They're up 7-0, so chancing their arm a bit here, but I might have thought, settle down, take a scrum, get some rhythm back into your attack. Pressure is mounting on Victoria. Queensland are just executing well. Perhaps they didn't really need to rush that, so they'll get another bite of this cherry with the goal line restart.
Been impressed with the two wingers. They're coming off their wing. They're getting into first receiver in their attacking shape. McAnally and Blake Miller, they're getting plenty of touches on the football and creating space for Simpson to play that second playmaker role. A little bit one pass, a little bit wider. Now Thompson from Simpson. Thompson creates a 3-on-2, skips on the outside, back inside, couldn't get his arms free to McAnally. Work back into the middle through Heppy. Lovely play there from Thompson. Another penalty advantage for a high tackle. Graham's got options. He works now to McAnally, 3-on-2, and Pico untouched in the left corner. And again, we just spoke about it, McAnally getting into first receiver, and a nice one-pass try to Trent Pico.
Yeah, well executed. And again, just the pressure mounting on Victoria the whole time. And their numbers were stretched. We had a man down injured. He's still down injured at the moment, taking one more defender out of the Victorian line. And they were just able to bring it to the left-hand side. And we'll see, playing under penalty advantage there for more problems at the ruck. And too keen by Victoria to get that ball. Beautiful work there by McAnally. Just sets up its number 8. And well done.
Fortunately, that injured player created the space for McAnally to run into. He was down. McAnally exploited that.
Yep. Okay, just going over beautifully. Also supported there by Blake Miller, as he said. Homer, the two wingers well and truly in the action together. And just running a support line. And unfortunately for Victoria, it looks like a replacement will be required.
So Simpson from the chalk. That's a beautiful conversion from Callum Simpson. So 2 converted tries in the opening 16 minutes here. Queensland take their lead out to 14 points to 0.
Yep. And it's just the pressure they're building on the Victorian defence. It's constant. It's a very good and accurate attack. Managing to recycle the ball through the phases and executing well. And it really does wear on any defence. And the Victorians are feeling it, particularly with one man down in the last couple of phases. Unfortunately, placed for this match.
Fury goes short. It's a nice kickoff. Lyons flies high, but Saxon Thompson over the top secures the ball. Now they load back up in the middle. Bernicle. Had some strong contributors in the pack already. Bernicle and Thompson. Griffiths. Pico, the try scorer.
Is it a warning or is it a yellow card? You'd have to think it's potentially yellow because they've already received general warning. That's definitely it.
It's great seeing at the hotel over the last couple of days, Morrow, that a lot of the sides, the boys mixing amongst each other rather than just staying within their teams. This has been a great rugby experience for all of these boys and girls over the last 5 days.
Yeah, I think that's been a great feature of this tournament. All the teams in one place, all getting on with each other, as they have on the field too. Haven't had one problem out there.
Off the top to Graham. Simpson. Strong carry from Simpson. Here's McAnally again, bobbing up. Lotz. Ben Lotz turns Miller back underneath. It's a quick ball for Graham to the try scorer Pico. Out the back to Simpson. Short ball to King Benjamin. Bumps off one. Nice attacking platform here. 15 metres out centre field. Graham to Pico. Short ball to McAnally. Quick ball for Graham. Hands will do. Thompson off the ground to Zach Nicol. And Queensland are over, and it was beautiful. It was the speed of ball coming out of the ruck. Did enough for the Maroons to score their third, and it's 19 points to 0.
It's just relentless pressure by the attack from Queensland. They've shortened it up on the early phases, then spreading it wide through their defence, through their attacking backline. Took it over took the Victorian defence over to their right-hand side and then brought it back, and then it was just sheer numbers. And see on this phase play, it's just number after number. Good snipe by Thompson. Thompson offloads there. Nickel, and Nickel gets over, but it's just relentless pressure. The execution is terrific. You can see this pick and go here. Just beautiful stop on Thompson, but he was aware enough to get his hands free, offloaded to Zach Nickel, and Zach Nickel gets over. So it's the variation in attack. Tight, then shift wide. They brought it back through King Benjamin swirling for Alape. He tightened it up, and then they went back to the left-hand side yet again. Just created the room for Thompson, who offloaded to Zach Nickel, and over they went for their third try.
Simpson 10 in from touch, looking to curl it round.
Well,
and beautiful. That breeze is blowing right to left, assisting that curl from right to left that we just saw. So a clinical first 20 minutes from Queensland, and it's now out to 21 points to 0.
Just get the feeling that everything is clicking for Queensland this morning. They've created it for themselves, yes, but everything is going to plan. Everything is being executed well. It's just one of those magic moments where it's all come together on the last day.
Jury again over the top of Thompson, and McConville comes up with it for Victoria. Big 10 minutes here for the Victorians. Can they hit back in this one? 5v6. Tocco away. Jury, beautiful hands from Vicari. Vicari into some space on the left-hand side. Nickel comes at him. Nice little handoff, and it looks like Victoria have been stripped, but they've come up with the ball, but a little knock on. I think it's Queensland first, and Victoria will have the feed 10 metres out, 5 metres in from touch.
Yeah, good 5 phases put together there by Victoria, and it's the run of Vicari down that left-hand touchline looked really stretched the Queensland defence, but he was gathered in. I'm not sure what happened at that breakdown there. The ball slammed out into a Queenslander's head. Great Falcon, but it will be Victorian feed. Another chance to attack. I've seen Jackson Jury with too many opportunities in this half. He's the 5'8". He's very strong in his play on the first 2 days of this tournament. Just hasn't had the opportunities this morning, but in the last 5-6 minutes, he may just have it.
Now they work off the back of the scrum. Just short, metre out, not even. It looks like it'll be pick and go. Queensland up to the task. And they drive back the Victorian ball carrier. More of the same here around the edge. Victoria over! Don't quite have a number at the moment, but Victoria have responded through a nice carry, and it's 21 points to 5 with a kick to come.
Yeah, good comeback, good strike back, the good solid scrum. Then it was just a matter of pick and go, which is exactly what happened. And so the eventual try scorer is just getting in a good position here at the pick up of the base now, just driving over, good leg contact. He's got well over, and that's Taglialoso, who was able to pick up that ball at the back. He's pretty happy about scoring, as are his teammates, and it's a good strike back from Victoria in the last 7 minutes. Just what they needed in the first half. Just exactly what they needed. Taglialoso really determined to get over that line. He had a little bit of work to do there, Hamish. He got the pick and go happening, but the Queensland defence was pretty strong and had to do some really good work to get over the line, which he did.
Carter Taglialoso from Melbourne High School. It's Victoria's first points. Now it's Jackson Jury, who Morrow has kicked superbly throughout the tournament. And bangs it straight over as first signs of rain here for the morning.
Disappointing.
As the breeze is really starting to pick up by the looks of things.
21 points to 7, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Jury has been kicking so well.
Bree supporting Queensland in the opening 30 minutes as the ball goes down to our try scorer, Taglioliosa. Victoria look to use the football out of their own end. Jury calling for it back onto the blind side for another forward carry before they look to exit. Another carry there on that blind side. They're making some good meters here, Victoria. Ball's gone in behind O'Malley. And Jury sets up back in the pocket. Look for him on the right boot. Thompson is there for Queensland. Beats the first, can't beat the second. Penalty for the tackler, not rolling away.
It's unfortunate for the Victorians. It was good recycle of the ball, just a pick and go, making metre here, half metre there, just putting 5 or so phases together. They were going for the 6th. Unfortunately, the ball was spilt. Had to go back and get it, forcing the kick from Juris. And unfortunately, there was, from the following phase, the penalty against them. So giving this opportunity to Queensland to start their attack again on the 22.
Davis in the middle. Pico assumes halfback. Away to Graham. Wide to Simpson. And now Lions couldn't come up with it, but it was certainly on. The head goes back. And Queensland dodged a massive bullet just close to half-time.
Just that ball. I'll get a chance to see that again. But Lions, he's had a good tournament, hasn't he, at Lions? They've been playing very well, but the ball just not sticking in his hand, just falling onto his boot, but it was judged to be a knock-on. It was unfortunate, too, because he towed it through. He got a good bounce on that. It would have been all over. He had the knock-on removed, unseen by the referee, which would have pleased. We'll just see what happened there. Ball comes through, just spilled out of his hands, did get it on his toe, and look at that bounce. Everything right, except for the knock-on part.
Davis to Graham. Takes it to the line. Big hole for Nickel. Space on the right. Simpson was there, but Nickel chose not to give. Still going Nickel. Looking for his second. They bang away on the right-hand side. Referee Young in good position. They go again on the right-hand side. They're still short. There's a pick and go from McInally. Work back to the left-hand side. King Benjamin will be hard to stop. He's over the line. Has he got it down? He has. King Benjamin swirling. Fane Pepe has got his first of the match and the 4th for Queensland.
Yeah, great work there, wasn't it, by the Nickel with his break through the back line. He nearly went all the way himself. There was room. The defence closed on him just in that last 5 metres. They were able to stop him, and it was just a matter of first one phase, then another, 3 phases all up. They've initially taken to the right-hand side. It stopped there. It just comes back to the big number 3. Drives, gets over. He still had some work to do to get down. I thought the Victorians might have stopped him there, but not so. And King Benjamin is over, and that is the 4th try, as you say, Homo, for Queensland. Right, dying minutes of the first half.
Been an impressive opening half from Paddy McInally. He's on the left wing, but he's bobbing up everywhere. He took a nice hard carry, a little pick and go around the edge there on the far right-hand side. And they're also getting into their attacking shape really nicely, really early. Full credit to 9 and 10, Will Graham and Callum Simpson, respectively. The Simpson now try and add the extras to keep a clean record, and he can't do so. Misses on the near side as that rain continues to tumble.
Lively wingers are a coach's dream. They don't just stay in the wing. They're looking for action on both sides of the field. They make activity everywhere. Look at that coming in. Don't worry, you're on next. Don't get too warm. Don't get too used to the rain. But that's what everyone loves is an active winger who is prepared to do all the hard work. And make the breaks, and often they're rewarded for their hard work.
Jackson Jury goes to the other side of the field this time, and Bernicle secures off the kickoff. Ball's just spat out of that ruck, go across the other side, and it's like Ziggy Day. It's called it Queensland throw-in, and they look to shift quickly. Simpson will load up with the support of the breeze. Can't beat McConville, who provides Jury with his first real attacking run of the half. Beat a couple, beat King Benjamin as well.
Bustling hard run.
Back into the middle of the field. Victoria right on the stroke of half-time. Natoko has it there. Slight little juggle, but held on. Epi up high. Playing penalty advantage for the high tackle. It's Vangatua. Come back, Angus Young says we'll play the penalty for the high tackle.
Let's have a look at Victoria number 8. Mullet Tusitala, he's just not great on his feet. He was slow to get to his feet. He's just taken off his headgear and left it behind. Doesn't look steady at all on his feet, and hopefully assistant referee might get some word through that. Need some attention.
Jury finds touch. It's probably one last play for the first half here in the 5v6 shootout. Full line out for Victoria. Secure off the middle, and it's well set as they look to drive on. There was a hint of obstruction, I think referee Angus Young is saying, so he calls time on what has been an entertaining first half of football. We've seen 5 tries, 4 of them coming via the way of the Queenslanders through Graham, Pico, Nickel and King Benjamin. Victoria lead in the opening half, 26 points to 7.
At EdStart, we're here to help make it easier for families to budget for school fees. Our payment options help align fees with your budget and when you get paid. Visit edstart.com.au to see how...
The 50th Australian School Rugby Championships is proudly brought to you by EdStart. EdStart is a leading fee management company making school fees easier to manage for both schools and families. They help schools streamline the fee process to ease the complexity and workload, while parents have access to flexible payment options to align school fees with their family budget. To find out more about how EdStart can help you and your school, visit their website at edstart.com.au. And the action continues here today, ladies and gentlemen. After this game, we have the first 2 games in our under-18 girls' sevens. The first of those games will be the playoff of 5th and 6th between the ACT and the Lloydies. Then Queensland White take on New South Wales 2 in the Open Girls playoff for 3rd and 4th. And following that game around midday is the next game of our 18 years boys. Queensland White take on New South Wales 1.